The television chocolate room. The TV family, together with Charlie and Grandpa Joe, stepped out of the elevator into a room so dazzlingly bright and dazzlingly white that they screwed up their eyes in pain and stopped walking. Mr. Wonka handed them each a pair of dark glasses and said, "Put these on quick and don't take them off. Whatever you do, this light could blind you." As soon as Charlie had his dark glasses on, he was able to look around him in comfort. He saw a long, narrow room painted white. Even the floor was white. There wasn't a speck of dust anywhere. See my daughter's shoes? She doesn't put her shoes away. She's a big grown-up. Guess what? She doesn't put her shoes away. So put your shoes away, boys and girls. The room was completely bare except at the far ends. At one of these ends, there was an enormous camera on wheels and a whole army of Oompa Loompas clustering around it. They were dressed in an extraordinary way. They had on bright red spacesuits with helmets and goggles, and they looked like spacesuits, but they were working in silence. There was something dangerous about the whole business. Paloma, 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 treat. What are you doing, sleepy girl? At the end of the room, 50 paces away from the camera, a single Oompa Loompa sat at a black table, staring at the screen of a very large television set. Sorry for the shaky camera, boys and girls. Trying to keep the sneakers out of there. "Here we go," cried Mr. Wonka, hopping up and down with excitement. "This is the testing room." "But what is television chocolate?" asked Mike TV when Mr. Wonka introduced it as the testing room for television chocolate. "Stop interrupting me," said Mr. Wonka. "It works by television. I don't like television myself. It's all right in small doses, but children can't take it in small doses. They want to sit there all day long staring at the screen." "That's me," said Mike TV. "Thank you," said Mr. Wonka. "I shall now tell you how this amazing television set of mine works. Do you know how ordinary television works? It's very simple. At one end, where the picture's taken, you have a large movie camera and you photograph something. The photographs are split into teeny tiny little pieces, so small you can't see them. They're shot in the sky by electricity. They go whizzing all over the place until they hit the antenna on the roof of somebody's house. They go flashing down the wire that leads back into the television set. They get jiggled and joggled until all of the pieces are fitted into the right place." "That isn't exactly how it works," said Mike TV. "I'm a little deaf in my left ear," said Mr. Wonka. "You might forgive me if I don't hear everything you say." "I said that isn't exactly how it works," shouted Mike TV. "You're a nice boy," Mr. Wonka said, "but you talk too much. Now, the very first time I saw an ordinary television working, I was struck by a tremendous idea. If you can break up a photograph and send the pieces through the air, why can't you do the same thing with chocolate?" "Impossible," said Mike TV. "You think so?" said Mr. Wonka. "Well, watch. I shall send a bar of my very best chocolate to the other end of the room by television." Immediately, 6 Oompa Loompas marched forward with the biggest bar of chocolate Charlie had ever seen. It has to be big, because when you send things by television, they come out much smaller than when they went in. "All righty, everyone, stand back. Don't get too close to the camera. There are dangerous rays coming out of that. The suits protect the Oompa Loompas. All right, that's better. Switch on." There was a flash. "The chocolate's gone," shouted Grandpa Joe. He was quite right. The chocolate had disappeared. "It's on its way. Here it comes. Watch the screen." Suddenly, a bar of chocolate appeared in the middle of the screen. "Take it," said Mr. Wonka. "How can you take it? It's just a picture." "Just grab it. Charlie Bucket, reach out and grab it." Charlie reached out his hand, touched the screen, and miraculously the bar of chocolate came away in his fingers. He almost dropped it. "Eat it. Go on and eat it. It's delicious." "It's the same bar, but it's just gotten smaller. Imagine when I start sending these all across the country. All you have to do is sit home, watch a commercial, and the voice will say, 'Eat Wonka's chocolates. They're the best in the world. If you don't believe us, try one for yourself.' You simply reach out your hand and take one. How about that?" "Terrific," said Grandpa Joe. "It will change the world." Chapter 27, Mike TV is sent by television. Alrighty, boys and girls, have a great day. And put your shoes away.